Roughly when I was 18 or 19 years old, I was living with a friend of mine and his older brother in Madrid, and every night his brother would come home. He would always just show me new music and stuff like that. So I was into rock for the most part for the longest time, like heavy metal, stuff like that. But he started playing drum and bass a lot and showing me a lot of drum and bass artists, and something that I got into. It was heavier and it had like a steady beat, same beat structure as rock sometimes. And then I remember the first rave I went to was roughly in 2000, and it was Chris Liberator, Chemical Brothers, and Infected Mushroom. And after that, I was just all about it. Well, when I first started DJing, I played mainly drum and bass, and that was strictly when we used vinyl. There was no laptops, there was no software that allowed you to play with a laptop. It was a little bit harder back then because you actually had to carry heavy backpacks full of vinyl or milk crates, and you actually had to look through what you were playing. You couldn't just type in an artist. I started playing more like, I guess you could say like indie music, like indie dance stuff. From that I grew on into more of the heavier electro stuff, and then funny enough, the way it happened was a promoter in LA by the name of Chris White booked me to play with a very big dubstep artist by the name of Nero. And I didn't really play dubstep. I didn't really like, wasn't my thing. The funny thing is Chris walked by me seeing me DJ and he saw me playing 2 dubstep songs. The only 2 dubstep songs I played that night he was there for. So he thought I was like literally a dubstep DJ. So I had to pretty much brush up on my dubstep and do a crash course test in it to play with Nero. And after that I kind of fell in love with it. So now I guess it's kind of a blend of everything you could say at this point. Dubstep, electro, or like some artists call it now bass music. It's just heavier, bass heavy music at any tempo. Well, where I'm at right now is just been involved in several clubs, started several venues. I'm played at almost everywhere in LA, started to play in Vegas now, and gonna be playing in Miami. It's fun, it's cool. Trying to focus more on production right now because that's DJing will only take you so far. It does have a cap on it. You will only be a DJ and play other people's music and reach a certain point. After that, there's no real superstar DJ anymore. The last real DJ was AM and he died. He was the DJ to the stars, and no one else is going to make the money he made and do what he did. But I played in clubs and smaller venues, like 400 or 500 person capacity, like pretty decent crowds, but it's not like, wow, like overwhelming. The first, like the biggest crowd I probably played for was probably Avalon, I'd have to say. It was a sold out night, and it was just, I went on after Nero pretty much, so after the guy that everyone came to see, I went on right after. There was a gap of roughly, I think it must have been like 5 or 10 seconds that the sound tech couldn't figure out. He had plugged something in wrong, so pretty much that silence for 10 seconds felt like an hour because you're just like, crap, the music stopped. Like there's like 1,000+ people here, like it's crazy. But then the second came right on. It was just, it's insane the way you can make a whole room jump or lose their minds by just flipping a button. It's really crazy. I can't even fathom or imagine like playing something like Coachella or EDC where it's hundreds of thousands of people. It's just mind-blowing. But yeah, it's tons of energy, and it's, even the smaller crowds, even my friends, when I see them play, you get off, you're just like, you have this rush, and you have to like actually calm down for a second. Like that's why you'll see most people play, and then they just like go, then you have a cigarette, have a drink, or just chill out for a second, like, because it's a crazy rush. It's fun.